Welcome to the Death by Disney podcast. My name is Adam, and I'm on a mission to watch absolutely all of Walt Disney's productions that were released either in theaters or TV, but absolutely every movie that company has released. I'm going to talk today about 1955's The African Lion. And the only other rule is that every episode that I do needs to be released in chronological order. So the last episode that I did was The Lady and the Tramp, and now we have The African Lion. And I have recorded some other ones, but they are out of order now. So I do know that this is the next one. So the plot, maybe this is more tagline than plot. Experience the thrill and the hunt and the heartwarming fun of a mother lion caring for her playful cubs as wildlife experts Elma Millot and Alfred Millot spend 3 years on the plains of Africa studying the king of beasts. So I am trying, as I mentioned, to watch all of the films that were or have been or will be released by Walt Disney Studios, and this is certainly one of them. It's part of a documentary series called True Life Adventures, which uses footage that was filmed in Africa in a 30-month period. It's a documentary about lions mostly, but it does focus on other animals in Africa. There are two main reasons to watch this film and two main reasons to avoid it. Well, maybe three reasons to watch it and one reason to avoid it. The first reason is if you want to watch all Disney films, this is certainly a Disney film, so you should watch it. Although there's no animation or anything that really makes it a Disney film. The second reason to watch it is connected to the reason not to watch it. It's a nature documentary from 1955, so that's about 70 years ago. I'm sure we've learned a lot more about nature than we knew back then, and some of the ideas presented in the film are either wrong or out of date. And I'm not a biologist, so I can't tell you which thing that is presented is out of date. But it's interesting to watch a documentary from the 1950s about nature. It's not really something you do every day. I think the way that we present documentaries and nature documentaries has changed and evolved, maybe for the better, maybe for the worst. But this is certainly an interesting experience to see what was presented as a nature documentary at that time. The other reason to watch this film is that the narrator is just so mean to his subjects. There's a great line where he says something. The lions are just lying around, and it's hot. They're not doing anything. They're sleeping in the hot African sun, and the narrator says, "The African lion is the laziest animal alive." I thought to myself, that's pretty harsh criticism coming there from the narrator. Then there's another section because it's not just about lions, but like African animals generally. And so he's talking about leopards and how they hunt and how they wait for prey to go under their tree, and then they'll drop from the tree and attack them. He's describing the wildebeest who are going in one direction, and he says the wildebeest is a stupid animal because it's walking into this trap. It's great because narrators never give their opinion like that in modern documentaries. I'm sure it wasn't the narrator's opinion, but it was in the script. But you never have a documentary where nowadays the narrator just doesn't like the subject at all. Those are great moments, so check it out if you want to be a Disney completist. You can watch it, but if you don't, you're not really missing anything. So I gave it 5 out of 10 stars, and my review is actually the lowest review of this film because there are literally 11 reviews. So I don't have much trivia. The trivia connected to this is basically they rescued a rhinoceros who was stuck in some mud, and they got it out of the mud, and then the rhinoceros chased them, of course, because rhinoceros. What were you expecting? Um, so here is another review. This is a 10 out of 10 uh, review entitled Wonderful Documentary. I saw this documentary in 1960 at age 11 and never forgot it. It was well done. It is wonderful. I watched with my father, who has been gone for 28 years. I was so impressed with the beauty of the species that I spent collecting everything I could about animals. The scenes are beautifully shot and encourage children to like and, of course, preserve animal life. Fantastic, wonderful. Just the initial presentation of the documentary to paint the map of Africa and its different regions, it is a lesson in geography. In the following years, despite developments in technology not seen uh, documentaries at that level, which makes it more valuable, it is an example of a job well done. Unfortunately, not copy for sale there. Okay, I don't know what she's talking about or he's talking about, and that is Jazerbini, Jazerbini from April 11th, 2014. Um, a few things I can respect that people enjoy things from their past and their childhood, but clearly a documentary from 1955 is not going to be as good as one from now. And I think that there's two reasons for that. The first reason is science moves on. So a documentary that is made now is going to have more information and more up-to-date information about the lives of animals than back then. That's one thing. Another thing is that documentaries that are made now are more for our cultural, you can create them more with our cultural sensibilities um, that we have now. I don't think that you could create something like this and have it be enjoyed by uh, the youth of today, let's say. And the review there mentions the map of Africa and how it is a lesson in geography. But I'm sorry if you didn't know that the map of Africa has changed in the past 70 years. I don't think you should also get your. Yeah, like I don't remember that part specifically, but I think it's not like a map with like countries. It's just like this sort of like animated map of Africa that they do. So and I think it gives ranges of different animals like lions. So it's all clearly, unfortunately, also not up to date because the range of African lions has shrunk over the past 70 years, like the ranges of all of these charismatic big African animals like gorillas, elephants, giraffes, and all of that. Yeah. Um, so I think you know my opinion. You can watch it if you want, but if you miss this, it's not going to be the end of the world by any stretch. So leave a comment, leave a like. What do you think is your favorite uh, documentary about African animals? You can put that in the comments. Bye.